Welcome back to Brothers Talking Sports. It is week 17 preview and predictions. I'm here with Shay and Ezra today. Guys, how are we doing?
No, you can go first.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty good. Good Christmas.
Good Christmas?
Past Christmas, and we got New Year's Eve and New Year's coming up.
Yeah, our film is the day after Christmas. When is New Year's?
Next Tuesday, Wednesday?
December 31st.
Wow,
Just
you're
like
a
the
smart
same
man.
day it is every single year.
Aren't you? You
Hold
know
on.
what? You're brilliant. You know that?
Let me give you some other.
New Year's Eve is Tuesday.
New Year's Eve falls on the same day as Christmas Eve, and New Year's Day falls on the same day as Christmas Day. Just a
I
week
got you.
later.
I got you.
He's
Okay,
pretty smart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy, man. This guy's incredible. No players. We're gonna keep the players hidden until next
There's
day.
No players? Why is there no players?
We're gonna keep them hidden.
Why?
I just haven't done them.
Oh.
So you're lazy?
Usually you put some random dudes up there. The
Oh,
most random
Whoa,
NFL
last week
players.
was both Josh Allen. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. Last week was both lost. Josh Downs, Chris Lindstrom. Who else was up there? Close. Aiden Hutchinson was up there last week.
Not
Even though I can't
not
walk.
even playing.
We just throw guys up there. I mean,
Can he walk yet? Do we know?
we don't know who's gonna do good in week 17. Aiden Hutchinson comes out of the tent and just starts hitting people with crutches.
Teddy
Who knows?
Bridgewater.
I just
Lock
saw-
it.
I saw he just got signed.
Who?
Teddy B.
Bridgewater.
Oh, really?
He's a Lion.
I didn't watch it.
He was with
Didn't
the
see it.
Lions, then he went and coached. He won
Yes,
a
high school.
championship with high school team.
Yeah,
then
and they
now
left.
He's in the NFL again for the Lions.
Yes. So, all right. Let's play our first segment today of who can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. They have 15 wins. They've won back-to-back Super Bowls, and they're not the favorite, but I would say probably top three.
I think they are the favorite.
They might
They
be
should be the Super
betting
Bowl
odds
favorite.
favorite, but they probably are one
I
of
don't know
the.
if it's Detroit.
So who can dethrone the? I think there's like, I don't remember how many teams, but I put a couple of them. I think I
can think of 5
In
put
the regular season or playoffs?
in the
playoffs.
dethrone them.
Well, Josh Allen's got a great record against Mahomes in the regular season.
Ezra, it's who can dethrone them.
Click
Okay.
the thing. Let's go.
Let's go. The Lions start off.
I think I agree. I think the Lions can. They're a little banged up, but I think they have the better roster than the Chiefs. The overall better team. Now, obviously, one has Mahomes, the other one doesn't have Mahomes, so that's where you get into things. But if we're going off roster, the Lions have the better roster, and I think they could do it because they could. Here's the thing: the Chiefs haven't scored more than 30 points this year.
True.
I think the Lions could dump 30 plus on the Chiefs.
Did they just jump 30 yesterday?
No,
29.
Oh, okay.
They haven't scored 30 all year, but they're. 15,
I think they scored exactly
they're
30
15 and
once.
1. Yeah,
But it's not more than 30.
was it Carolina?
Yes, I think they jumped 30 against
30,
Carolina.
27, no more than 30. But again, I think the Lions can drop more than 30 on the Chiefs. So
Ezra?
I think the game matters where it's being played, and if
Well,
Detroit's
it would be the Super
defense
Bowl.
is healthy.
I actually agree with you. I think if it's in Kansas City, the Super Bowl. You're right.
That's the
So-
only time they
Right,
play
Good
them.
point.
If they do
Where
play
is
in the Super Bowl,
where is
I've
the Super Bowl?
New Orleans.
Wow, so it's gonna be warm. It's indoors.
it's
domed.
yeah.
Yeah, they got a good chance of this one.
You're right. Yeah, Lions are good.
Well,
Lions,
all Super Bowls are indoors.
Lions, as long
except for
as long as the Lions
couple.
can play in neutral conditions, they're fine. So
Yeah.
I
That's
think
true.
the Lions could, but their defense got to be a little more healthy than it is
Yeah,
right now.
I'm going to say yes, I think they can. They get Aiden Hutchinson back for the Super Bowl. They get the guys back, so they'll be ready to go for the Super Bowl. But like if they played them today, I don't think they beat them, no.
No. They're not
But-
healthy enough. Their defense
it's
does not
just-
look good.
So, all right, the Minnesota Vikings. Shay?
no.
Okay.
And so listen, you'll see Sam Darnold's not gonna. He'll be okay in the playoffs. I don't think he's gonna take a step back. He's a guy that like when he gets pressured in situations, he kind of struggles a little bit. And I don't think that the Vikings have the roster to keep up with the Chiefs.
Interesting.
You got to have a really good roster to keep up with the Chiefs. Christian Darrisaw's hurt. He's been out for the whole season. That's a very important piece. You're starting left tackle, all pro left tackle, basically, when he's out.
Did they go out and trade for one?
That's a big, yeah, but no one said, I don't even remember who they got.
They got Cam Little from Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's not Christian Darrisaw.
He's been good.
He's no Christian Darrisaw.
No, I know he's not Christian
Again,
Darrisaw, but he's
you
been
have Sam
good.
Darnold playing quarterback. That's a big step down from Mahomes. Now listen, everyone says the Minnesota defense is supposed to be really, really good. But again, this is a team that you'll see once they get to the playoffs. I think this Vikings team will look just a little bit different than how they've been playing in the regular season. And again, I still think their roster isn't as good as the Chiefs.
Ezra?
I have to agree with Shay. I think they're actually first round exit in the playoffs.
Now I don't know about that one.
Hold on.
That's a big
It's a
stretch.
Minnesota sports team. And you could disagree, but if you look at every single time,
Do you know who
somehow, some way they've lost, and they blow it.
So you're telling me if you have the Vikings go play Michael Penix in the first round of the playoffs, you'll take Michael Penix and the Falcons?
And he's quiet.
Because right now, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They have to go to Atlanta
Yeah.
to play Michael Penix and the Falcons.
Whoever plays Michael Penix, you got the
Yeah.
you got the
Well,
luck of the
listen,
draw.
now, if the Falcons somehow lose and then Tampa Bay wins out. Now listen, Tampa Bay versus the Vikings.
I'll take Baker.
I would be in more questions because Tampa Bay, I think, with Baker has a better shot. But Michael Penix and the Falcons, I will take whoever. If the Packers play him, if the Vikings play him,
Yeah.
the Lions, I will take.
I'll take the
anyone.
Commanders over him.
Washington, yeah, I'll take anybody over
Yeah.
that. Falcon. That is the worst team. That'll
Yeah.
be if they make the playoffs. The worst team in the playoffs.
Also, like his fourth starting game is a playoff
Yeah,
game. Like think about
exactly.
that. Like that's awful.
He's barely. They're running like screens and running the ball as much as they can to just get him like into the system. Like yeah, no.
All right, well, let's get back to Minnesota. I think yes, they can win it. I think they can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I think that
He
they
is secretly a Vikings fan. He's a Viking and a Steelers,
Steelers
fan.
fan.
And
don't worry about what fans I am.
You remember that?
Their offense is good. I'll give you that.
Listen.
We need to get to the Steelers later.
The Steelers aren't on this.
No, but like when we talk.
No
about
shit,
the
they're not.
Oh,
I just want to show that I was right again.
Oh, I did not pick them last week.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Remember a few weeks ago when you were like, "Nah, they're gonna win like 12 games," and I'm like, "They have
They're
a
not
tough
that good.
schedule. The losses will come."
Well, I didn't know
Look,
George Pickens
The
wouldn't.
losses have come.
I didn't know George Pickens wouldn't play football. Okay, I didn't know that.
Still, he played yesterday and they got their ass kicked.
Yeah, I know
their
that.
defense looks bad. It just doesn't look good.
So let's get back to the Minnesota Vikings here. Yes, I think they can win the Super Bowl. I think that they can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're very much like the Kansas City Chiefs. They win a lot of one-score games. I think their defense is pretty good. Their pass rush, there's no superstars outside Chris Jones.
Just good. They're all around good.
They're all
Defense,
around good.
They're good everywhere in defense.
Yeah, they got no holes on offense or defense. And I think Sam Darnold's better than what you guys give him credit for. I think he's a top 10 quarterback.
I think he's good too. I'm just telling you when it comes to playoff time because I've watched him in those big moments and like, listen, he had a good one against Seattle last week. He made a good throw. Could have been easily picked off.
I think he's done a really good job.
He's in a good spot. But yeah, I think
He's played well,
I
for
think
sure.
during the season, he's done a great job. I just think when it comes to the playoffs, it's a totally different breed. It is a totally
True.
different thing.
True. All right, let's move on. Buffalo Bills.
Yes. They have
Okay.
the best player on the planet right now. It's
Yes.
Josh Allen. So that's enough said.
I think so too.
Roster-wise, is their roster as good as Kansas City? That's probably go toe-to-toe with Kansas City. It's probably pretty close. But again, they have the best player on the planet right now. You have Josh Allen. It's like when Mahomes a couple years ago. You have Mahomes. It's the same thing. You have Mahomes. You can win any game. Josh Allen. You have him. You can win any game.
Yeah.
Just how it
Ezra.
goes.
I want to say no just because of the past, and if you look at the numbers,
That's true. The
Allen,
past
Josh Allen
hurts them.
doesn't beat Mahomes in the playoffs. This year, I think, is the one year that's going to change, and I'm going to say yes. But
It's
it
not
would
like
be a
it's-
great game.
It's not like they don't play him close though. Every time they
It's
play
been
him,
a
it's
very
a
good
close
game.
game.
Yeah.
So it's like it just takes the couple things to go their way that they put some over
Exactly.
the edge. One less turnover, or they get one more turnover, which could happen. Mahomes tends to turn the ball over more.
I think we're all in agreement here. Josh Allen's the best player on the planet. He could definitely beat the Chiefs. The Philadelphia Eagles.
With
Shay?
or without Jalen Hurts.
Of course, with Jalen Hurts. He only has some concussion. He's not going to be out for the next month.
With Jalen Hurts, yes, they could be.
Not Tua.
This is the best.
You never know.
This is right now when Jalen Hurts is healthy. This is the best roster in football. The Lions are probably the best roster when they're fully healthy, but they're hurt, a little banged up. So this is the best roster in football right now. They have everything. They have an offensive line. They have the quarterback. They can run they're the best running back in the league. They have great weapons. Defensively, secondary's young, but looks very impressive for what they have. Linebacker, Zach Bond's been a stud this year. And you know their defensive line is good already. So, I mean, they have everything. The only thing the worst part of this team is their head coach. That is the worst part of this team.
Their pass rush isn't the best. They're outside. Their edges aren't the best.
Well, I mean, because Brandon Graham got hurt.
Yeah.
What's his face retired. But again, they're still solid.
They're still solid.
This is like
they're still
this is
solid.
the best roster right now in football. Can they beat the Chiefs? Yes, I think they can. Just because, like I said, best roster. They could run the ball. They could pass the ball. They could do everything. And as long as they get some stops, I think they beat the Chiefs.
Ezra.
I got to agree. They're a complete team. They've played well. They need Jalen Hurts healthy, and like you said, it's only concussion. Thankfully, this isn't Tua. But we'll see when it comes down to it, just because it's hard to beat Mahomes in the playoffs, no matter what team or where you are, or how good Kansas City is.
The Eagles might just rest. I don't know if Hurts is supposed to play this week, but they might not be rushing him back just because they know they're like, we'll take the 2 seed. It is what it is. We're gonna play Washington in the first round because they can't possibly drop to 3 or 4. They're
No.
guaranteed the 2 seed
Yeah.
right now. I mean, so they might be like, let's just rest Jalen Hurts. We know we're not going to get ahead of the Lions. The Lions will win this week. We can't get ahead of them possibly, so let's just rest Hurts. That'd probably be the smart thing to do because they're not going to get the 1 seed. The Eagles are not going to get the
Probably
1
not.
seed. The Lions aren't going to lose. I don't think they'll lose twice the next 2 weeks. I don't think they'll lose this week, but I don't think that. I think Philly needs them to lose twice, and Minnesota's got to lose this week and then win next week or something like that. I don't remember how it goes, but
Philly could definitely win the Super Bowl. They're so dynamic everywhere, especially on offense. Like they got one of the best pass defenses in the game. Their offense is so dynamic. Their defense is so dynamic. Like they could do everything. Like you stop the run, okay, Jalen Hurts beats you with your arm. And like I've been very critical of Jalen Hurts, but he's done a very good job the past couple of weeks. When they do stop Saquon Barkley, they do hold him to a couple 100 yards like the Steelers did. And then Saquon Barkley, they're gonna hand the ball off 20 to 25 times to Saquon Barkley and just let him go. So that's the Eagles for you, and they're very good.
They can just do everything. Like they can run the ball, they could pass the ball, they can stop the run, they could stop the pass. Like they could do everything. Like they just all around can do everything.
Packers.
Me?
Well, yeah, too. Yeah.
Absolutely, they can win the Super Bowl. They absolutely can win the Super Bowl. They're a little banged up defensively. The problem is with the Packers is just compared to some of the other teams, they lose a couple guys and it's a lot worse because they're so young and there's still like not as much depth with this team as other teams. But when this team is healthy, they can roll. Offensively, they could score 30 plus on anybody. It doesn't matter who they play; they'll score on anybody. And then they just got to get a couple stops and they're good. But they'll score with any team in the league. I think this might be they're healthy right now. Hopefully Christian Watson's okay, which again they just said it was a bruise, so he should be okay. So as long as he's good, this might be the best offense in the league. Them and Detroit are probably the number 1 and 2
Minnesota's
offense.
up there too.
No, Minnesota's good too, but Minnesota I feel like their defense really helps them. This
True.
Packers team has put up 30 plus points in the past. I don't even know how many games. They've just got 30. It's like they've been dominant this whole year. When Jordan Love's been there, they've been dominant. This offense has been great. Defense has their questions, but you know what? When they need to make plays, if their pass rush can just do a decent job like it's been doing recently, 100% they can win.
Ezra.
Oscar, help me out. Look up when does Toyotathon end?
I don't get that. What?
I'm so serious.
Look at there's a thing. If you look at Jordan Love's numbers, do you know what Toyotathon is? Like Toyota has like a whole.
So the
like,
car
event
company
going.
Toyota
Yeah.
has their
an
like
event.
holiday deal or whatever, and they call it Toyotathon.
So Toyotathon
Okay.
starts in like the beginning of November and goes till like the beginning of January. So like Jordan Love's numbers during Toyotathon is like 26 touchdowns to 2 interceptions and like the best quarterback's numbers ever. Then out of Toyotathon, it's not bad. He's probably like 20 like touchdowns to like
But he's like 14 interceptions.
15 interceptions. Yeah, because he always struggled. He wasn't so good in the beginning of the season last year, and then this year he was hurt the whole first half of the season basically, so it wasn't amazing.
So what are you saying? Ez? Can he win? Can he dethrone the Chiefs?
Yeah, no, I think they could. Shay kind of put it really well said. Their offense is really fun to watch. It's kind of one of the most dynamic teams in the league where they could drop 35 and blow out like we saw the Saints got absolutely killed, or it could be a track meet like the Lions played the Bills and that was a crazy game. It's going to be, I think, a high-scoring game if they do get to play Kansas City. I would say they have a shot. I don't know if they could do it or would do it, but they got a shot.
I'm gonna say yes. They could definitely win a Super Bowl. They could definitely beat the Chiefs. I think they have the talent and the roster to do it. I worry about their pass rush from time to time, and
that's the biggest question mark. And their second, if
their secondary,
their
too.
secondary's healthy because they're down 2 safeties in their star corner right now. If you get those guys back,
gonna say,
you're good.
if
But
Jair ever wants to play,
yeah, which again, he's healthy now. They're just trying to figure out when to put him in at the right time. They're trying to wait. I have a feeling that they might throw him in there this week because they're going to need him against Minnesota.
so we move on. Baltimore Ravens. Shay,
I'm going to say yes. This is the last. I don't know if we have any more teams. Is this the last team?
yes, last team.
Yeah, this is the last team, and this is the last team I would say that could beat the Chiefs. And the only reason I say that is because they have probably the 3rd or 4th best player in the game right now in Lamar Jackson. He's the second most dynamic player, I guess, because Josh Allen, he's very dynamic. Lamar can run the ball, he can throw the ball. They have Derrick Henry. This offense is very good with these two guys, and defensively they're solid too, all around. This Ravens team is just overall solid everywhere. Offense, defense, they're good. So I think just because of that, they can beat the Chiefs. Again, they're probably one of them and like the Packers are probably more like the bottom tier. You have like the Lions, Eagles, Bills in the top tier to beat Kansas City, and then the Ravens, Packers is like the next tier below, and the Vikings, if you want to throw them in there, is like the next tier of teams to beat the Chiefs. Like it'll be a lot harder, but can they do it? Yes.
Ezra?
I'm gonna say no, only because outside of Buffalo, I don't see anybody going into Kansas City and beating them.
I said no. Yeah, I don't think they can beat them. They're going to have the home field advantage all the way. Lamar playing in Arrowhead. I know it's cold weather. I know Lamar plays in cold weather, but I don't think Lamar wins I think the Ravens and their problem is they get behind in games and then they don't hand the ball off, and then Lamar has to throw his way out of it. And then I think Steve Spagnuolo comes with some great defense to stop him. And I see it. I feel like every time these two teams match up, I just feel that the Ravens aren't the team to beat the Chiefs. They're like the one team that I feel like I don't see if they could beat the Chiefs. I don't know. I just think the Ravens are the one team that can't beat them out of all of them.
I think if the Ravens play to their potential, they could be the best team in the league. I think they really have the talent and the ability to do it. They just have to do it. And again, like you said, it comes down to play calling because the whole thing last year, they only ran the ball like 15 total times or some crazy stat. Like, This is a run. You're a power run team. Like yesterday, they just kept give it to Derrick Henry. Let him run. Let Lamar run. That's what you're good at. You got to do it in those big games. I don't care if it's, maybe in week 5, you don't want Lamar to run the ball 10 times because you don't want him to get banged up. In the Super Bowl or this would be the championship game, he should be running 10 to 15 times. They should be giving him the ball as much as possible.
Correct.
He's your most dynamic player. He needs the ball in his hands.
All right, let's move on to the standings, folks. Me and Ezra are tied at 125, and Shay is down to 121.
We all had like the same points. I think I might have had one less last week.
You and Ezra both had one less. I won less. We got 13.
I know
you
I
guys
had one
12.
less
How?
because I picked the Jets.
How? Because you picked the Jets.
I know I picked the Jets. And that's why
Did you
I
have an upset?
I didn't have an upset last
That's
week.
why, because I took Seattle.
Yeah, you took
that's
Seattle.
because you took Seattle.
Last minute, I was like, "Fuck you,
and I
Seattle."
had the Jets as my upset.
Yep, and I didn't take an upset last week.
No,
I didn't think an upset was going to win. So
Only 2 weeks left and a lot of tough ones to pick. I'm gonna have to start getting
we move on
Risky.
to
Think of risky.
Patriots Chargers. Jay.
can I go last?
Okay,
'Cause
Ezra.
I gotta I'm behind. I gotta play my picks according to you guys now.
Okay.
Wait, how are we working with the playoffs and the standings? Are playoffs gonna count for or is it just
No, it's just regular season.
Okay, so yeah, I gotta work around you guys because I'm down 4 right now, and next week's gonna be
Ezra?
interesting.
I'm taking LA. They're a better team. I know it's kind of a trap game, and everyone's joking about, watch, they're going to blow their playoff shot.
Wait,
they're going to lose in New England.
We should pick
but-
tonight's game. We don't want to do tonight's game.
Yeah,
Nope.
what the fuck?
We never usually do Thursday night games, so don't throw it on here.
Oh, okay.
It's not
I
going to
mean,
be up
it's
to
not gonna be a good
Saturday or
game.
Friday anyway, so.
It's the Seahawks and the Bears. The Bears don't have a chance.
I don't know about that one.
I definitely think it'll be a one-score game. It'll be a fun game to watch, actually. We'll see who's the better white boy at quarterback. Herbert's probably going to win this one. J.K. Dobbins might be back. But, yeah, I'll stick with the
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. I mean not the Chiefs, the Chargers. Move on.
Justin Herbert reminds me, I just want to say, he reminds me of a quarterback in the NFC who also wears the number 10, and he's very similar to it. Justin Herbert and Jordan Love give me similar vibes. Both with, now we have Jim Harbaugh and Matt LaFleur, power run offenses. That's the new thing. They both want to run the ball as much as they can. But they got these two quarterbacks that have great arms and great talent, and they don't have to throw the ball as much because they're power run teams. But if they need to throw the ball, they will. They give me like similar. Like if I were to do like my quarterback standings, I would put those two right next to each other in a very similar spot. I think they're very similar quarterbacks, the two of them. The way they make throws, the way they do stuff, I think they're very similar. I'll take the Chargers too.
Surprised you went last there, even though like it was very.
Well, I want to go last in like just in general, so I can to make these decisions.
Ezra, Broncos, Bengals, the game, one of the games of the week. This is the Saturday game of the week. Definitely. This is a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's in Cincinnati. If it was in Denver, I feel like it'd be a lot more of a one-sided pick. I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Cincy, okay.
They've been very good. I don't think they'll be able to squeak into the playoffs. But
Ezra,
it's gonna be close.
Ezra, I'm with you here. I think they light up the Denver defense. I don't think Denver is as good as defense as everybody gives them credit for. I know they're the no-name squad that shows up on every single week.
Can
and
you name 3 Denver defensive players?
No.
Pat Surtain.
Who else?
Pat Surtain,
No fucking clue.
They got a D lineman. I forgot his name. So no, I
I
can't.
got Pat Surtain and Nick Bonito.
That's who that was. Nick Benito.
That's about all I can name.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can name anybody else.
Everybody else, yeah, no.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Well, if you look, you're gonna get it. But I think
Of
it was
course.
John
Gruden. Yeah, I
asked
saw
the
it,
question.
yeah.
Can you name as many Broncos defensive players? And the guy's like Surtain, Nick Bonito. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
It's just it's a squad of guys like you don't really know the name.
I'm also taking Cincy this week. I think Cincy lights it up, and I think Cincy plays well. Shay?
I'm gonna take the Broncos because I need to catch up. And
This could be your upset, since he's favored by 3.5.
oh yeah, I think on my one thing I took Cincinnati. But here's my thought process too. Sean Payton off. They get a long rest because they did play Thursday last week, so they get that extra rest. Cincinnati has to be a little demoralized by that Kansas City game the other day because they realized now that the Chiefs won, they don't have to play for anything next week. So the Broncos could just easily beat them next week and get in. But
True.
the Broncos also are playing for their guys because all the Broncos win, they're in. That's all. They got to
Yes.
win one more game and they're in. And I think Sean Payton comes out here. And I know the defense hasn't been playing so good. Bengals have won, 3 in a row or something like that. Broncos off a loss. I'm going to go with Denver to win this game.
All right. Cardinals.
Okay, something ain't right with this game.
Huh? Supposed to be the Rams.
All right, guys. I have the wrong game on
Did
here.
you just put LA and just guessed it was the Chargers? You definitely just put LA and guessed it was the Chargers.
I don't know what I did.
You put LA and you guessed it was the Chargers instead of the Rams because they're both the LA team.
So it's the Rams Cardinals?
Yes. In LA.
I'm very sorry. I've never done this before.
Just think of it like
That's funny.
It goes like that and then it loops back in.
Yeah,
And
just imagine there's a ram there, okay, guys? Just imagine that's a ram, all right? That's not a
cover it.
Charger. All right. What do we got as?
I'm gonna take the Rams. They've played better than the better team. Arizona's kind of slumping. They've not looked great. They lost in a kind of wild ending in Carolina. Yeah,
Who you taking?
the better team, LA.
Well,
Not the
I'm also-
Chargers. The Rams.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams too. I think the Rams are just better than the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are just lack of talent. I think that's all. They're not talented enough. Shay?
I am also going to take the Rams.
Okay.
Is James Conner gonna play? Oh wait, he was limited. Never mind.
Just because they're a much better team, and I think if they win, they'd clinch the playoffs. Basically,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Not exactly. There's something with score differ or some weird stat where if Seattle beats them by 30 in the last game of the season, they get. But basically, the Rams win, they're in for the most part. So I think they'll get the job done. Arizona looked good at one point, hasn't looked good recently.
No, have not.
So I'll take the Chargers. I mean the Rams, not the Chargers. That looks like it's supposed to be a Ram.
Right. I'm taking Indy. Ezra, are you taking Indy? Shay,
Yeah.
are you taking Indy?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Hold on, wait. Am I gonna?
Would you like to state everything you would like to know about the Giants?
I was gonna debating locking them.
Oh, I probably will. Drew Lock's playing, so yeah,
I'm
I'm not
locking.
locking.
I'm gonna lock
I might
the
have to
Colts
pick- I
here.
might have to-
Jonathan Taylor might have 5 touchdowns. I don't know if that's even possible. But
Shay, you
he's
locking
gonna
this game too?
do
I
that.
might have to. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lock this game. I'm gonna lock this game.
So
'Cause
we're
I
all-
can't
Now,
I
before we
can't
move
vote
on-
the other game.
We talked about the Eagles and how they're probably not getting the 1 seed.
Mhm.
Do they try and lose to the
No,
Giants?
they're not gonna
in the
lose the
last
last
week
game.
of the year.
I-
Wait,
I
wait.
saw this.
You
and
saw
I
this.
thought this was the most funniest thing ever.
They
It
could
would be-
ruin the Giants draft pick.
It's not going to happen because
Why?
Because the Giants are not going to win. They suck. They're the worst team in the league. The third string, the guys they bring out the practice squad for the Eagles can beat the Giants.
I think what you should do is you should have Saquon Barkley play. Let him run down to the 1 yard line every single time, and then just take four
a knee.
take 4 knees and give the Giants.
the Giants are
back
going to
the
push him in. The Giants are going to carry him into the end zone. The Giants are going to lift Saquon Barkley up on their lift him up, the whole 11 guys, and just carry him.
So there's one of 2 ways the final game of the season go. Saquon Barkley either has a shot to go over 2,000 yards against the Giants.
And he'd probably run for 250 against the Giants if he's healthy and
then he
playing.
could go for the record at that point. He's 300 away. I don't think he's going to get the record. He's 300 away. But again, if he has a good week this week and then he could do it against the Giants, that's one way. Or number 2, the Eagles let the Giants try and win so that the Giants could get a worse draft pick.
Not going to happen. The Giants are so bad.
Which would be so
possible.
funny. It is.
Speak of bad.
Either way is possible.
Oh,
Jacksonville
no.
and Indy.
This is the battle
Yeah.
of who wants the better draft pick.
Jacksonville and who?
Tennessee, I'm sorry. I can't read.
Wow.
Or see. I have no
I'm
idea.
gonna take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, okay, as
I have no fucking clue. They're favored by 1. They're home. I'll take them. They almost beat Minnesota at home. That's my reason. That's it.
could you look up for me who won the first time between these two? I think it was.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They played like 3 weeks ago, and it was the game that was 10-6. Jacksonville won in Tennessee.
Jacksonville won.
That was Mac Jones at QB too, I think.
Is Mac Jones playing this week or is it Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence is probably out for the year.
He's done for the year.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tennessee. I'm going to go with different. I don't know.
Damn it.
Trevor Lawrence is done for the year.
I really wanted you to take Jackson.
Isn't Mason Rudolph the QB though?
Mason Rudolph played well last week, so.
Well, kind of.
They did. I mean,
He played
they
better
put
than.
up 30.
Listen, he played better than Will Levis.
Yeah, well, did you guys know the score of that game was like 31-3 or?
Oh, yes.
38
Yeah, no, I
to
know.
7.
38-7, yes. And then they almost came. Then the Titans made it 38-30 with 3 minutes left. They had a chance to get the ball back and go down to tie the game up, and then the Colts ran the clock out. But I will take the Tennessee Titans. They got some dogs over there.
All right.
In who?
Gosh,
Calvin Ridley?
Jesus. Who schedules these games? Raiders, Saints, Shay. I mean, Ezra.
Be honest, this is a no-brainer, dude. This is a no-brainer.
I'll take the Saints.
What?
You're high.
That's the worst football
You're
team
high.
I've ever seen in my life.
You're high.
Did you watch the game on Monday night? Well, I mean,
Oh,
probably,
shit.
Probably not.
No, because I was driving for 15 hours.
That's right.
No, you were done by 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and you were done by 9 in the morning.
No, don't worry about that. That wasn't that.
I forgot. They suck.
That's the worst football team I've ever seen in my
Dave
life.
Spencer Rattler.
That's
God damn
this is
it.
the worst team I've ever seen. He made one good throw, and I was like, you know what? That's a good
Come on,
play.
Ez, just take them. And
then he threw a pick
I
on
think
the
they're
next
at home.
They are at home. I don't really care if they're at home.
This is
they
how
got
bad
nobody.
They are home, and the Raiders are favored, and the Raiders have 3 wins.
I think the Raiders are. Oh, yeah, the Raiders.
The Raiders had the
But
number
it's a
one.
1-point
The
favorite.
Raiders had the number 1 pick in the
As
draft.
I already
They're
wrote it
on
down,
the
you
road, and they're favored. That's
gotta
how
take
bad
them.
the
Wait.
Saints are.
Fuck it, whatever. I'll take the Saints.
This team had the number 1 draft pick last week. They're on the road and they're favored. That's how bad the Saints are. I will take the Raiders.
Aiden O'Connell's not the worst I've seen.
No, he's not bad. He's really
Not
not
the worst.
bad.
Can I switch my pick?
Yeah, you can switch your.
All right,
You
I'll
wanna
take
take the-
Vegas.
okay.
No, you should take the Saints.
No,
maybe
I
the Saints
shouldn't.
will win. Maybe they'll win.
No, they won't.
Apparently, Derek Carr's trying to come back. So if Derek Carr comes back, I'd maybe change my pick. But
I would definitely change my pick if probably Derek Carr.
but
came
I'm hoping it's Spencer Rattler.
Yeah. Panthers, Bucks. Shay. I mean Ezra. I could get to you. I know you want to go last. Sorry, Shay. I keep.
No, it's
I
okay.
always
I'm
pick a
going to
team.
pick the Bucks no matter what.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know,
off,
yeah.
off
I gotta
a
say the-
loss. I think Carolina.
Tampa off a loss. Carolina off a win.
Yeah.
Carolina's looked good. Well,
No, Bryce Young has looked solid.
Yeah,
but
Bryce
Tampa
Young's
Bay is
looked a lot
playing for
better.
their the playoff spot
They
this
are.
week because Atlanta has to play Washington. There's a chance they lose, and Tampa Bay wins. They could squeak back in the playoff spot.
Correct.
this
So.
is great though. Carolina determines who wins their own division because they play Tampa and
And then the
they play
Falcons.
Atlanta.
Oh, there you go. So they got a chance to do something.
They could be.
Cowboys,
Oh no.
Philly.
Oh god.
Who is playing quarterback? Do we know? Ezra,
Hold on.
what is the status? Because that matters.
Injury status.
Kenny
Ezra.
Pickett and Jalen Hurts are both questionable. Kenny Pickett hurt his ribs and was limited on
Apparently,
Wednesday.
they just signed Ian Book to the practice.
Oh
squad.
God.
Jalen
that-
Hurts.
I will go with the
Oh,
Cowboys
God.
if it's that case.
Jalen Hurts concussion and a left finger was listed as a non-participant Wednesday.
Usually, if you don't practice Wednesday, you're probably not going to play.
No, Wednesday for a
Oh,
Sunday?
Wednesday?
Sunday game.
That's true. Wednesday, no.
Thursday, Friday is usually kind of the.
But no,
Friday's the
I don't
big
think
one.
he'll play, guys. It's really hard to pass concussion protocol in like a week. I feel like nowadays.
And the other thing is why play him? Why?
I agree.
Well,
I would
hurting
say
him
just
again.
rest. Well, wait. Can Washington win the division still?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think
They're
so.
10-5.
Yeah,
Philly's 12-3.
Yeah, but if Washington wins out and Philly loses out, they're both 12-5. Who has the tiebreaker? Because they both.
Oh
won
shit!
against each
Yeah, they
other.
split.
Probably goes by conference record then.
well,
No, it goes by division.
Division record. Has
Hold
Philly
on,
lost
I'm looking.
any other division games?
No.
I don't think so. Has Washington?
Philly's 3-1 in division. Washington's 3-2. But
Yeah.
if Philly loses this game to Dallas, they'd be 3-2. And Washington.
But then we go to
has
conference.
to play Dallas at the last game of the year.
Then we'll go to conference. So what's the conference
Wait,
record
wait,
for
wait.
Washington?
No, but then if Washington would win the division, then because the Eagles have 2 division games left.
Oh,
Yeah, the Eagles have to play the Giants in the last week. Of the year.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys in this game.
yeah, I will too.
I'll just play it. Wait, who are you picking?
I was gonna take Philly.
Oh, you're
Okay.
gonna take Philly. That's fine. I'll take the Cowboys then. I'll go different from Ezra then.
I mean, Kenny Pickett's bad, but I don't think he's that bad. He'll manage.
Dallas isn't that bad.
No, Dallas defense.
Cooper Rush
they
actually
look
played
bad.
well.
That
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
Cooper Rush lit it up.
I asked
He
my
threw
friend who's a
for-
Cowboys fan when the Cowboys are 6-8. What would their record be with Dak? He goes 5-9. I just started
Cooper
laughing.
Rush threw
That's
for
funny.
292 and didn't throw a pick.
Well, Tampa Bay also sucks. That
Tampa's
defense.
defense is pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Game that doesn't matter very much anymore. Actually, no, it matters just to
it
Miami.
does.
Miami. So I'll take Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
Jameis was playing, I would take the Browns, but I'll
Exactly.
take Miami.
You would take the Browns if
Jameis Winston in
100%.
Miami?
Jameis could
Come
throw,
on.
dude.
A warm weather
Jameis
game.
could throw like 600 yards. You don't know that guy's a slinger.
I know he's a slinger, but he also slings it to the other team sometimes.
Miami-
Okay, and what does Tua do?
Miami's not that good. Miami's not that.
I
good.
know they're not that good, but they're also they're playing for something.
True. That's why I'll take Miami.
All right, guys, game of the week. Yeah, game of the week.
Definitely the game of the week.
Packers,
It's in
Vikings,
Minnesota, which is
Ezra,
big.
Ashay.
Who's favored? Pretty sure the Packers are
Minnesota by
minus-
1.
Really?
Right now, on
I saw-
ESPN.
I saw Green Bay -1 yesterday.
Shay, I know you're taking Green Bay.
You guys could go first.
Okay.
We'll talk after.
Ezra,
Shit.
game of the week. What do we got?
I got Packers -1 on Yahoo.
This is ESPN.
I got Yahoo. Packers -1.
Yeah, each
It's a,
sport,
it's a tight game.
each sports book is different.
-1 is basically like
What was that first? Didn't
Vikings
wasn't a
won the first
walk-off
time.
field goal?
No, the Vikings won
31-29
or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a close
But it wasn't a
game.
walk. It was like the Vikings were up. The Packers came back, cut it close.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota had a field goal to kind of put them up 9.
I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Vikings, okay. You got any commentary
Not
on this game?
confident, No.
Not confident?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm confident. I'm taking Minnesota as well.
They're very good at home. Don't get me wrong. That atmosphere at US Bank is
Really?
crazy,
Yeah,
but
this is indoors. This is a perfect spot for the
You
Vikings.
know, literally last week you said you would take the Packers because they'll always split with the Vikings. And now you're
I
going
probably
against
did.
your
I
gut.
did
You
say that.
I think you
But
did.
then
That
I
makes my bet so much easier to take the Packers in this game because then I'll get a point on both of you from this one when the Packers absolutely go into Minnesota and stomp on this Vikings team.
also Green Bay's on a short week.
Dude, it's one day.
It's
Yeah.
one day is still a short week.
I'm telling you, the Packers are going to go into this game and beat the Vikings. I'm talking.
There's a good chance they do.
I'm talking like beat the Vikings.
Oh, you're saying like they won by like 15
the last
points.
couple times the Packers have played the Vikings in Week 17, they have won by 20 plus points in those past couple times.
This Minnesota team is good, man. I
I think it's the last 3 times
know.
the Packers have played the Vikings. Week 17, they have beat them by 20 to 30 points every single time. The Packers are going to win this game. The Packers are hot right now. They are the better football team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. They don't have the better defense.
That's
But
the
they
better
have
running back.
They have the better running back.
They don't have the better receiver room.
No.
Oh, definitely not. Nobody has a better receiver room than that.
Not a better receiver room. But
Nobody has a better
They
receiver
have the
room
important
than-
things. They have the quarterback and they have the better coach, and it will show in this game.
So I think Minnesota wins this
Well,
game.
I think whatever defense plays better is going to win this game. Period.
I hope Jair Alexander plays and Justin Jefferson catches 2 balls the entire game.
Jordan Addison will have a game.
I
man.
hope. No, because they'll put Keyshawn Nixon on Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison's
They'll be
good, man. He's been cooking.
Here's the thing. What you
He's
could
been
do.
cooking.
Ready for what you could do? This is what you could do, though. You could put Jair on Justin Jefferson. You put, if you want, but Evan Williams. Fine. I'm okay with that matchup. Then on the other side, you could put Keyshawn and you could put Xavier McKinney over the top. So you don't have to worry about them going deep on that side. And then you got Jefferson locked up on the other side. This Vikings team ain't going nowhere. Sam Darnold's going to be screaming for his life. Now, Hawkinson might catch 10 balls because the Packers give up a lot to tight ends usually. But again,
I don't mind.
Problem
that.
is,
Hawkinson for the championship.
The offensive line for the Vikings is going to give him a lot of time. They're going to
They
give
do.
Sam
They do.
Darnold.
They have a very-
They're going to
They
give
run
Sam
the ball.
Darnold all
Here's
day
the
to
thing,
throw.
The last time the Packers played the Vikings, they got no pressure. The Packers pass
I think
rush,
it'll be the same thing.
The pass rush has been so much better since that point. Has been so much better. If they play like they've been playing the pass rush for the Packers, 100% they win this game.
Who did they just play last couple? They played the Saints.
The Saints.
Who else they played before that?
Seattle. They sacked Seattle like
Seattle
5
sucks.
plus times.
Seattle sucks.
well,
Their
Seattle
offensive
was in a
line's
close game with Minnesota last week.
sure.
They
but
sacked Seattle. They killed Seattle.
They killed Seattle in Seattle.
Then they played Miami. The Packers played Miami. Sacked Tua 5 or 7 times. It was one of the 2 numbers.
Well, and
Pass rush, I promise you, the Packers pass rush has been good. The past few weeks has been very good.
I'm gonna
Much
take
different than the first time they played. I can't see them losing to Minnesota twice. I was surprised they lost to Detroit twice. I don't see them losing to Minnesota twice.
All right, Sunday Night Football. God, Falcons Commanders. This isn't the worst game in the world, but
It's not.
it's not the worst.
We'll see. I don't know.
As-
Like Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels had that dog in him last week. That was a good game. And we saw Atlanta. They're nothing special really with Penix. I mean, they can run the ball, but
This is
I mean, you guys watched them score 34 points. I know they.
yeah,
had-
but their defense outscored the Giants' entire offense.
that's,
We gifted them 14.
Yeah, well, they got that dog.
I have no idea.
You want me to go?
Drew Lock also.
Yeah, you
threw
can
a
go.
ball
I have
right
no
at
idea.
Jesse
All right,
Bates.
I'm picking the Falcons and Michael Penix.
Wow.
Washington had a big win against Philly last week. They're still celebrating that win in Washington. It's the greatest win they've had in 10 years. I will take the Falcons. I will take Bijan Robinson
Yeah.
to go for 150 total.
I'll
yards.
probably take the Falcons too. I think that's where I was gonna go.
Washington's not that
Wow.
good. Washington is
Washington.
not that good. They're not
Washington
that good.
really isn't that good.
Washington would have probably lost by 20 last week if Jalen Hurts
Yes.
didn't get hurt.
And I would have been in the fantasy football championship if Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Here we go. All right, this the Monday night game, guys. Last game.
This is crazy to me.
Lions.
Why is this spread
49ers.
on the
That's what I said. Why is this a 3.5 point spread? I would hammer the
Because the Niners are healthy. They're just not playing well.
They just lost by double digits to the Dolphins.
Well, they didn't lose by double digits. They lost by 9. I think it was 19-10.
They lost.
I thought it was
29-17. They lost by
29-17.
They lost by 12.
double digits. To the
I thought it was.
to the Dolphins.
And then the week before they scored 6.
To the this team.
care. It was raining.
This guy is
Shut up.
he is a average quarterback. Like I've been saying for forever now. He is an average quarterback. He's got his guys back, and he's still not that good.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know. Well, I have no idea.
I will hammer the Lions in this game. I would hammer the Lions in the -3.5. Give me the Lions at least by a touchdown.
What happened last week with Detroit?
They were up 27-6 on the
Oh,
Bears.
that's right. They played the
Blew
Bears.
out the Bears.
And then they just didn't do anything in the second half.
The Bears
They didn't need to. The Bears are very bad.
Yeah, the Bears suck. So your guys are all taking Detroit. I will also take Detroit. I don't think the Niners are very good either. But I just thought that.
Wait, you missed the game.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You missed the Bills game.
Yeah, you did.
Who the fuck the Bills play?
The Jets.
All right, Bills, Jets, guys. Who do you got?
You are off your game. We got the Chargers playing twice in 1 week, and the Jets and the Bills have a bye in week 17.
Yeah, so it happens sometimes. Okay, teams play twice in 1 week. It just happens. All right.
I have to pick my upset. Hold on.
You did. Didn't you take
Well, I could pick Atlanta. There's a couple options I can go. I picked
Didn't you took the Broncos?
I picked the Broncos to win, but I didn't take them as my upset. I could take.
All right, guys.
Browns.
We're all taking the Bills.
Nope, I'm taking the Jets.
What?
Shay, why do you
It's
do this
in
every
Buffalo.
week? Why do you do this every
Taking
week?
the Jets. Taking the Jets.
Shay, you do this every week. You understand
I'm
that?
taking the Jets.
That's worse than Oscar thinking the Steelers are a good team.
I'm taking the
Shay,
Jets.
you did it last week.
I know, and I thought they were really going to win. To be fair,
I think you did it the week before too.
I think I'll be honest. I think I picked the Jets every
Oh
single
my
week
God.
besides like 1 week this week. I'm picking the Jets again.
Yeah, you picked them against Seattle.
Oh no.
So realistically, can we go by Ezra's spreads? What spreads are we using?
Should we do
You could use
ESPN or Yahoo?
ESPN.
Perfect.
Use ESPN.
Perfect. I like the Packers as my upset, please. I will take the
1
Packers
point.
as my upset.
Does it have to be more than a point or just favored?
It's just the favorite, right?
It's the favorite. Yeah,
I will
that's
take,
it.
I'll take the Packers as my upset.
There you go.
That's fine.
I will lock in the Colts, and I will take the Jets. Thank you very much. Can we make a deal if I get the Jet? If the Jets win, I get like 3 points.
No.
No.
They're 8.5
No.
point underdogs.
No.
They're not winning.
No.
You want? All right. Well, you'll see what happens.
Yeah, I
Wait till
will.
Aaron Rodgers goes in and cooks the butt. You know the Bills basically aren't playing for anything. They're not playing for anything really.
No, I think the Ravens could still jump them.
No, they can,
No.
but I don't. But
The Ravens
yeah,
could.
they
I think
can.
could still get the
the
2
Ravens
seed.
can,
Yeah.
but again, it doesn't. I don't know who did the Bills play last game of the season.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
The Patriots.
The
No,
Patriots.
The Patriots. They're not
In New
Oh,
England.
Drake May's gonna light it up. Drake May's got that dog in him.
I will take the Jets.
Okay.
I will take the Jets.
I'm taking
Wow.
Buffalo. We're both taking Buffalo.
Yeah, we're both taking Buffalo.
This is why I don't want to pick Buffalo and King of the Hill because I seriously think the Jets got a shot to win. I hope everyone picks Buffalo and the Jets win.
I'm not taking Buffalo in the King of the Hill. I would
Exactly,
never do that. I
right?
would never
It's-
do
this
that.
game is
I'm gonna take Indy.
This game is like scary to pick. I'm telling you, it's not such an easy Buffalo.
I don't think it's that easy. But I've just bet on the Jets all year,
Well,
and then
I agree.
every single time they've
I'm down
they've
a couple
screwed me.
points. in these things. I want the Jets.
Oscar, do you have an upset?
Yeah, I have an upset. Which one is it?
He had the
Let's-
Falcons if he wants to pick that one.
Falcons. Yeah, I'll go Falcons.
Do you have an upset?
I'm thinking. I don't think I had one,
You
but
can
I'm
go,
changing
You
that.
can go Atlanta.
You know what?
Oh no, you went
to
Washington.
be fair,
Oh wait, I'm taking Jacksonville, right?
Tennessee's favored.
Yeah, by one.
Jacksonville play.
Really?
Yeah, for
Oh, yeah,
using
that's fine.
ESPN.
Yeah, it works.
I want to see what Yahoo says on that one.
I mean, it's a shit show of a game, but
That's fine.
Yeah, see, Yahoo has Jacksonville -1. That's so weird. He got Tennessee. There you go.
I haven't looked on Flip, so I have no idea. All right, guys, that's it today.
We're not using your damn Chinese.
hey, free
line.
$1.
My free $1 has won me
Right, your
50 bucks
damn
this year.
Chinese
So
lines.
my Chinese
It's
lines are great.
I've won $50 this year too.
Who do you
Exactly.
guys think's gonna win MVP? Because apparently it's kind of close now.
Josh Allen.
Well, I thought so, but apparently it's kind of close.
Yeah, but
It
the
is.
narrative,
the odds last night shifted a
Apparently
lot.
he's only
I know.
like -1 something now.
but the narrative is still Josh Allen. So as long as Josh Allen wins out the last 2 games, which I think he does, and he will win.
What if the Jets beat the Bills?
If the Jets beat the
What
Bills,
if the Jets
well-
beat the Bills and Josh Allen kind of stinks? He doesn't play his best game, and the Jets go in there and they
Josh
beat the
Allen
Bills.
doesn't stink. He's the best player on the planet. So
it's
Josh
home.
Allen's
It's
gonna
in
win.
Buffalo. It's not
Does
happening.
Aaron Rodgers win? Does Aaron Rodgers win MVP?
Aaron Rodgers is not the best player on the
No!
planet. Aaron Rodgers is not the best player on the planet. Not even close.
He was a couple.
Not
years.
even top 100.
right.
All right.
Right now, no. A couple.
Maybe not even top 200.
A couple years ago, he was. But
He's probably in the top 250, but
you want to make
Wow.
let's make a top 250 player.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. All right, guys, that's it today. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys next time.